Okay, it's day 3 of the I-91 shop hop, and I did it. I drove to downtown New Haven, which it's the home of Yale College. So it is, aside from being a major city in Connecticut, it is also a major college town, with all that that entails, which is mostly no parking, heavy traffic, just all sorts of stuff. And I am not a city person, believe it or not. I'm from New York City originally, but believe it or not, I'm not crazy about driving in cities at my age. You know, Boston, New York, New Haven. But there's 2 yarn stores, one right here in downtown New Haven, one just on the outskirts. So it's like, okay, put on my big girl pants, got in the car, I drove early to beat the majority of traffic. I found a parking space. It's about 3/4 of a mile away, so I get to walk and do a little tour. As I go, I'll hit, obviously, a coffee shop, since I've had no coffee yet at all. And I'll sit there, hang out until the yarn store opens, and then we're good to go. So here we are in downtown New Haven. I'm going to do a little walking tour, so I'll film that along the way. See you soon. Okay, so here we are in downtown New Haven, and this is part of the Yale campus. These buildings are just, if you're into architecture, there's nothing better than old colleges, old universities. Just the buildings are just phenomenal. So, okay, here we go. We're going to walk to find a coffee shop, which will be close to Knit New Haven, the yarn store we are going to visit today. Okay, so I have been wandering the streets for about 20 minutes, totally lost, walking in every wrong direction, but we finally made it to Willoughby's Coffee and Tea. Time for coffee, to regroup, to figure out where I'm going to go next without getting lost. Okay, we've left Willoughby's Coffees, had my double shot of decaf espresso. I know, kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? And we are headed, I can see the little sign above the shop, to Knit New Haven for yarn store number, let me think, 3, 4, 5, number 6. Here we go. Okay, so got to the yarn store, and guess what? They don't open for another hour. So what's a girl to do? Find another coffee shop. Coffee with a K. Oh, look at this place. Oh, comfy chairs, lovely air conditioning because it is so hot outside. This is just so cute. Let's take a little tour here. Wow, look at this. I could move in and stay for the day. Well, definitely until Knit New Haven opens up. But let's go get another coffee. Why not? Okay, we're here and she is open. So let's go into Knit New Haven. Look at the door handle. Okay, here we go. Oh. Hi, how are you? Is it all right if I film in here?
Yeah,
Okay. Look at this. Lovely. You know, I have so much mohair in my stash that one of these days I'm going to knit something really light and airy and lovely, just like that. Okay, so we have to go down a step. And let's see. Oh, look at that. A lovely wooden sign that says worsted, which means this is all the worsted. Love it. That makes it certainly easy. Look at this fluffy goodness. Oh, okay. Earth and Empress Fibers, all bases, $28. Follow on Instagram. Look at these hand-dyed. Oh, Earth and Empress, beautiful colors. Orange is not my thing, never has been. Oh, but look at the vibrant colors on these. Oh, they are absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Then we have, what do we have here? Some books and embroidery kits. And ooh, look at this. Whoa. I love this. It's beautiful. What is it? It is the Holiday Slipover by Petite Knit. Aha. There we go. 2 balls, size 15 and 13 needles. Oh, and there's the yarn. Look at this. Oh, we may have to put this Barocco Dash. Oh, sorry. There you go. Barocco Dash. Oh, I'm really loving that. Okay. All right. Walk away, Sandy. Walk away. Okay. And then we have all sorts of notions. You know, adorable little cabinet. And, oh, look at needle felting kits. You know, one of these days, well, it's on my list, but to learn how to do it, we'll see. Put it on my list. Oh, look at those. Oh, for spinning, for those of you who love to spin, of which I am not, have not gone down that wheelhouse, and I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to. And that's okay. Let's see, alrighty. Let's come over here to this wall over here. Can't you just feel the vibe? Can't you just feel the vibe? Oh, look at this. Look at this bunny. Oh, that is just adorable. Okay. All right, and let's see over here. There's our buttons. And, of course, more yarn. Oh. Look at this little tiny sweater. Love it. Okay. Alrighty. What do we have over here? New yarn. It's all new to me. Oh, and here is, you know, this is on my list, the Alaska hat, which it's so pretty. It's on my list to knit, along with 1,400 other patterns that I have in my Ravelry library. I'll get to it eventually. Ooh, this is so pretty. All right, well, let me see. So we are here. This is number 7 of our Shop Hop stores. So let's get that work done. Okay, so we have made it to Woodbridge, Connecticut, and we are now in the Yarn Barn. And this is Arabelle, the owner of the Yarn Barn, which is, I will give you a tour in a little bit, but it's lovely. So how long have you been here?
So I've been here since 1990. I've been in business. I switched locations a few times. I've grown bigger and bigger and kind of grown out of my space. Like the hermit crabs.
What got you into the interest of owning a yarn store in the first place?
I have had an interest in knitting and crocheting since I was a child. And so it was something that I knew. I got into teaching adult ed, substituting for someone in my family. And so from there I started gathering yarn into my house, and eventually I grew out of that. I got a business degree and I had an accounting interest and decided that it would be much more fun to be in public and have something that I already knew.
Sure. Not to mention to be surrounded by all of this yarn.
Correct, yeah. It's nice to play with all these wonderful fighters.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And your daughter, you said, also works here.
Yes, she does.
And so she's, and you said she designed the
Shop Hop
pattern
for this year.
Awesome, which I will show you guys in a little bit. It's a lovely little mosaic pattern. And is that your only child? You have other?
No, I have other children.
Okay.
They're both boys.
But so she's the only one who's involved.
Correct.
In the store. Gotcha.
So she graduated college and then sort of came to help out here. And
Gotcha.
has kind of hung out for quite some time.
Yeah.
So
Is there something in yours that you feel is like your heart in this store, something special about this store that, you know, says it's you. Like a special yarn that, you know, you gravitate to, or a special type of yarn, or teaching, or, you know, is there something that really...
Well, we have Nora, which was a line that I picked up at the beginning of it.
Yep.
And I love Nora, and I've knit with every yarn that's come in that's Nora, and pretty
Yep.
much had every yarn come in that they've made. So that's part of my
That's your
big
go-to.
interest
Yep.
in
Yep.
yarns.
Yep. It's funny because years ago I had gotten, I think I just got one ball of Noro Silk Garden sock. And it was beautiful. And I just, you know, I kept put it to the side, and I just never did anything. And then I decided I was going to knit just a top-down yoke sweater, crop sweater out of it, you know, because of the colors and stuff.
Right.
And I started knitting it, and I couldn't stand the way it felt on my hands.
Oh, really?
It was scratchy. It was like, I hated it. And I finished the sweater, and I liked the sweater, but I couldn't stand the feel of it till I washed and blocked it.
Nice.
And once I did, it is now my favorite sweater. And I get
Blossom.
more compliments on it
Yeah.
because it's with the self-striping. It's beautiful. I
It is
absolutely
gorgeous.
love
And
it.
they've gotten softer and softer over
Yes,
the years. They've
yes,
definitely changed.
yes.
And people don't realize that. They're like, no, I don't want anything to do with
Exactly.
Nora.
Had
And
I,
it's like,
yeah.
Come and feel this one. you
Yeah,
know, and
exactly.
definitely people
Exactly. Well,
seem
I
to
see
like
your
it.
daughter has arrived. This is
Hello.
Brittany.
This is my daughter, Brittany.
Hi. And I was just interviewing your mom about the shop and everything, and she said that you designed the shop hop pattern,
I did, yeah.
and which is a lovely bandana. Would you call it a bandana? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's sort of like a bandana in front of
Yes.
a scarf. 'Cause
Yep.
you can wrap around twice, or
Yep.
you can just wear it once, a little drapier, so.
How long have you been knitting?
A long time.
A very long
Since
time.
probably around like 25 years or so.
Oh wow, you don't look
Yeah.
that old. But then again, I started when I was 9, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, pretty young.
Yep. And do you do a lot of designing of patterns?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a ton, but definitely like
Yeah.
to do the accessories and try out different stitches and do some different fun things like that.
Gotcha. And I just totally lost my train of thought. Hold on a second. So aside from doing the designing and helping your mom in the shop, is there something special about the shop that is special for you?
Well, certainly, definitely the whole thing. I mean, I grew up in it and no customers for my whole life.
You did grow up
So,
in it.
Oh,
I
yes.
was here when I was a kid a lot. So,
Oh,
yeah,
what a
it's just
place to
special in
grow up.
general.
What a
Yeah,
place to grow
absolutely.
up surrounded by all this yarn.
Absolutely.
Things to play with. Fiber to play with.
There
So,
you
yeah,
go. Great.
The whole thing is special for sure.
Awesome, great.
Yeah.
All right, well, ladies, thank you very much. I'm gonna
Thank
go
you
do
very
the,
much.
I'm gonna do a little tour of the store,
Yeah,
and
Wonderful.
yeah. So
Thank you.
thank you.
And thanks for coming.
Okay, so let us take a tour around. Oh, I love this. Look at the books. Okay, I have to tell you guys a story about years and years and years ago, when my kids were little. I had this wonderful knitting book, and I knit them these wonderful like Fair Isle type sweaters, but they were done with slip stitches, so there was no real color work, and they were simple, and they were made out of worsted yarn, and they took no time at all to knit up. And then we moved, and I lost the book. And I was heartbroken because I wanted to knit that sweater like when my kids grew up, and they had kids for their kids, my grandkids. And I was heartbroken. The book was gone. Well, a year or two later, I was at a yarn store that no longer is there, in Connecticut, and she had, just like this, she had like books that look like they are older books, you know, that have been around a while. And lo and behold, I found the book again. I found it and was able to knit it again. I was so, seriously, it doesn't take much to make me happy. But anyway, that's what kind of this reminds me of. Some older books, you know, that stuff happens. You know, stuff that you've got and you lose and you can't find it again. So there you go. Okay, so here is the the pattern. It's called the Road Trip Infinity Bandana, which Brittany designed for the shop hop, and it's really pretty. It's a let me see, it's basically a mosaic slip stitch pattern in 2 colors. It's very pretty and very soft. And here are different combinations of the yarn to make it. And you know what? Well, let's look around the store, but I have a feeling that that's gonna be what I end up getting. Okay, garment sale. Here we go. So things that you can buy that have already been made, and you can say, hey, I made this. Scarves $15 and sweaters are only $25. Wow. I mean, the yarn alone for these are worth that. Oh, look at this. Hold on a second here. Oh, that's a pretty sweater. Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. Alrighty. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Oh, and look at this. Now this is wonderful, okay? Now Brittany was talking about how she kind of grew up in the store and everything. And look at this. You bring your kids, well, lo and behold, they can sit and they can read and they can play their own little kid spot. Perfect. That's great. Okay. We need to move on here. Alrighty. Oh, and here is the Noro that she was talking about, you know, the Noro yarn. And I can see, you know, I talked about it before, that I didn't like it until I blocked it and everything. But the thing about Noro is the colors are just exquisite. I mean, look at this, you know? It's blues and greens and, you know, and then there's, oops, rusts and pinks. The color combinations from Noro are just, oh, look at this. This is beautiful, and it's thick and it's thin, and it can be pricey, but there's a lot of yardage. Let me see, there's 600 meters in one of these skeins. 600 meters. You could make a ranunculus out of one of those, out of one ball. Okay, alrighty, now let's, oh, and look at this Noro. Ooh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, how luscious that is. I think Arbelle is making me into a Noro convert. Oh, and this one here is made out of Noro. But I am not a brown person. Brown's not my thing. Alrighty, and ooh, Rowan. I love, this is just Rowan. It looks like it feels like it is bamboo. Oh no, 100% cotton. 100% cotton, but it feels really soft, like bamboo. So I bet it feels and drapes like bamboo. Okay. Now let me see here. Let me see. Alrighty. Oh, and oh, I love it. I love it. I love it when yarn stores do this. This whole wall is DK weight, and there's the sport weight and the fingering weight. So I just love. Oh, and here we go. There's the worsted. Let's wander over to the worsted. Okay. It makes it so much easier, you know, when you're shopping, to just look up and see a sign, and there it is. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, hotcakes. Plymouth yarn. Oh, Plymouth yarn. We know how I love my Plymouth yarn. Oh, and here's my Encore. I don't think I see any Encore tweed. Nope. Nope. I don't. Just the solid colors and the color spun. Now, color spun is a variegated from Plymouth worsted weight. Okay. And let me see here. Okay, so All right, guys, this James Brett Marble Chunky is a luscious, luscious, luscious yarn. I have made so many gifts, hats, and even sweaters out of this. And what I love about it, what is amazing, it's a chunky yarn, is that there is 341 yards for one ball. So I can make kid sweaters out of one ball, 2 balls I can make an adult sweater. But I mean, look at the different color combinations. I love James Brett. And yes, yes, it is, hold on a second. I want to say almost 100%, yeah. Yep, it is 100% acrylic, which is why I use that to knit for my grandkids. So those sweaters can just be thrown in the wash. Okay, let me see over here. Okay, here's ultra chunky. You gotta love chunky yarn because you can just, yep, comfort chunky because it can knit up so quickly. Oh, look at this. Whoa. Okay, again, this is from James Brett. Party time. Look at the colors. I mean, how fun are these colors? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh, like for kids' sweaters or kids' hats. Oh, and look, 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 look. Baby Blossom. Remember that sweater I knit I showed you? I'll throw it if I can, when I edit this, if I can do the picture of I did it in this colorway because it knits up with little flowers as part of the pattern. Yeah, look at this. Here we go. Here are some patterns. I mean, it's amazing. People think, oh my gosh, how did you do that? How did you knit all those flowers and leaves? And it's just the yarn. It does it on its own. It's made by Hayfield, Baby Blossom. And here's, oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, adorable, adorable. Okay, we gotta move on. Oh, and look, 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 look. Remember in the last store, I got, oh, actually I didn't show you yet. I got this, it's called Dash. It's from Barocco. It's 230 yards, and I showed you a sleeveless shell that was knit up in that. And here's a scarf. Oh, look, mitts. Because I did get 2 balls to make myself a top, but these mitts are gorgeous. So, I may have to rethink and make some mitts instead of making myself a sweater, another sweater. Oh, love the booties. Okay. All right. Oh, whew. Look at this macro yarn. Oh my gosh. This stuff weighs a ton. I'm not sure. What do you knit this with? Size 35s? 50s? Oh. And look at this. Okay. Alrighty, moving right. Now this over here, I saw this when I walked in. This is an absolutely gorgeous shawl that is, I can't even begin to tell you how beautiful this is. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But I imagine, I don't know what I imagine. I just know it's really, really pretty. Okay, and these look like they're novelty yarns. Oh yes, look at this. I'm not entirely sure what you do with that. And then there's ruffle yarns and all sorts of, oh wait, I think this is is this the shawl? This might be the shawl for that pattern. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at the book and magazine section. Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh, man. This is a bigger collection, I think, than any store that I have been into. There is just a bazillion, a bazillion books. Okay, and what have we here? I think this is, oh, bags. It looks like things that are bagged up for sale, for sales. All right. And, oh, look at this. Look at this little sweater. Oh, this looks like it's made out of, you know, that, the eyelash yarn that years and years and years ago was so popular. Everybody was knitting up scarves out of it. And I knit a whole bunch of scarves for all the kids and grandkids. And they, once that fad passed, the fashion passed, they all got passed down to the little kids, and they put them in the dress-up box so they can dress up and look silly. Okay. All right. Well, oh. Look at this little sweater. Oh, is that precious? That is just precious. Okay. Out of Baby Snowball Snuggly DK. That is really pretty. Okay, I think, oh, and talking about here it is. Here's that eyelash yarn knit into all sorts of different funky things, which funky fashion is coming back. You know, everything comes back. Let's face it. I got my first Barbie doll when I was 10 or 11, and Barbie is back. Not only is she back, she's back with a vengeance. Boy, I wish I still had my original Barbie doll. It'd be worth a small fortune. Okay, we have needles and more sale stuff. All Shibui yarn and patterns are on sale, 30% off. Okay. All right, well, oh, look at all the sale stuff. Okay, Sandy, step away from the sales. Step away from the sales. Step away from the sales. Nope, let's go. We're going in. Yeah. Oh, look at this. I don't like yellow. Yellow's not my color. Never has been, but oh, boy, is that pretty. What is this? Malabrigo Caracol. Carousel? I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. Okay. I think I'm going to have to end it because I think I have to go back and look. I think I'm going to get the yarn for the bandana. And with that, that will be the end of the shop hop for today. I've hit 6 out of 7 stores. The only one left is Putney, Vermont, which may or may not happen. Once I get back to Massachusetts, we'll see. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for joining me.